When you're building a new landscape, some things take time, and it's fair enough. Attention to detail builds a quality garden, and you are, after all, going to have to live with it for quite some time. There are, however, two things that guarantee you near instant gratification when you're gardening. One of those is mulching. The other one we're going to look at today, laying turf. Where do you start when it comes to laying new turf? Well, first off, you need to get the area nicely cleared and levelled. Just grab a hard rake, rake through the soil, get rid of all of the things like roots, twigs, little rocks, then flip the rake over, use the back of it to bring the soil to a rough level. Now, if you wanted to, you could lay your turf straight on top of that. But here's a trick the tradies use that just about guarantees success. This stuff's called turf underlay mix, otherwise known as 80-20. You lay this before you put your turf down, about 20 mil thick or thereabouts, to bring everything to a nice level. It's 80% sand and 20% organic matter. That ensures that your turf has excellent drainage and the nutrition it needs to get going. So, I'm going to bring in the 80-20 mix. When you barrow in your underlay soil, drop it in piles around your work area. A square mouth shovel's just perfect for the next stage of spreading your soil around. Next, roughly level the soil. I'm using a Larry hoe, they're great for this sort of work. Then it's into it with the rake. I've used the landscape rake to bring our underlay soil to pretty close to level. Under most circumstances that'd be quite fine, but in this case I want this lawn to be billiard table flat, so I'm going to switch to a screed. That's right, the sort you use for levelling off sand underneath paving. It's just perfect when you want a totally smooth lawn. Just slide your screed backwards and forwards across the soil and remove any excess that builds up as you go. That's our turf bed nearly dead flat. Now I'm going to put down a starter fertiliser before I lay my turf. That'll help our lawn get established really quickly. This one's from Lawn Builder and it's designed specifically for new turf. Make sure you spread your fertiliser nice and evenly. It's time to bring in the turf. We use palmetto. It's a soft leaf buffalo, great for sun or shade and wears really well. Order your turf by the square metre and allow an extra 10% for offcuts. Rolling out the turf's actually easy and a lot of fun. You may even find little helpers pop up from nowhere. Trim in your edges with a sharp spade. Once it's all down, it's time for a good water. I am so close to finished that you can almost smell it. I can smell something. Oh, hang on, it's the seaweed hose on. I'm going to use that on the lawn before we're finished up to give it an extra boost to get started. In less than a couple of hours, we've gone from a dry dust bowl to a beautiful lush lawn.